Today I would like to talk about collecting. Oh man, it's a crazy world out there when you collect, because sometimes you overpay and sometimes you get a good deal. My main thing, of course, is collecting physical media, movies on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, etc. You know, like that. Every once in a while I'll dabble in something else. But I have got rid of a lot of stuff over the years, such as movies, toys, music CDs, records. I've dabbled a little bit in everything. Comic books. Some collections, they always say collections start and die somewhere. Sooner or later, one day you'll just give it up. Whether you die and it just goes to somebody else, or you just decide, you know, I don't need this stuff no more. I'm going to sell it and all that good stuff. But, yeah, it gets carried away at times, especially with collecting movies. Just a few years ago, I decided to quit collecting toys, figurines and stuff, mostly related to movies, cartoons, different things that I liked growing up and stuff. But I did dabble in some wrestling stuff too. And I got rid of everything for a while and then just said strictly movies. That's it. And then one day I got the bug again. You get that itch. You get that itch, you know, wanting to collect more than just movies and stuff, or whatever you collect. I don't know. You might collect, like Rousey. She collects salt and pepper shakers. And within about a year and a half of that, she's almost got 200 already. So I help her out, though. When we go out places, I just seem to scope that stuff out. And she helps me out, too, by finding movies and stuff, and figurines and wrestling and all that good stuff. Flea market season's coming up, so that's a plus. But sometimes you kind of get tight on room. But I'm pretty good at moving my stuff around and making room for stuff. I get on kicks. Right now I'm on a Blu-ray kick, buying Blu-rays and stuff. Or I might be on a wrestling figure kick, you know, later on. I don't know. I guess that helps me not get like burnt out on some things. Because I can get burnt out on things like that. I collected comic books for 10 years, and I had some decent stuff. It's not always about the value either, but it is cool to have some good pieces in your collection that's worth some money, or just things you just want to read or whatever. But I finally got out of that. And I ain't gonna lie, every once in a while, this gangster, I sit there and think about a comic book, or I see a comic book on a video or something. Same way about music CDs and records. I got into records because I started watching people show off in the vinyl community records and stuff. And I got into that a little bit, got up to about 50 or 60 vinyl records. And then just got out of it altogether, got rid of that, got rid of my CDs. I had a few cassette tapes that was, you know, soundtrack related stuff to movies. And I got rid of all that stuff. I said, I'm going digital. And yeah, I listen to Spotify, I listen to Pandora, I listen to stuff on YouTube in the car and everything. And really, you know, I got to the point where I was thinking, you know, I collect movies, and then I got back into figurines and stuff. I was like, that's kind of enough, you know. The music thing, I can kind of see going, you know, the digital way of listening to it on your phone and playing it, you know, Bluetoothing it and to your car and all that good stuff, or the little speaker things. We got one of them in the bathroom. While you take a shower, you know what I mean. I listen to a little bit of tunes, but yeah, what's the sense of buying on them CDs? But there is CD collectors out there, just like movies and everything else. And then there's some people that think all of it's crazy. You know, collecting movies is crazy because you can stream. Well, guess what? Not everything is on streaming. Especially if you like horror movies and stuff like that. There's so many movies that's not on the streaming networks. But I ain't gonna lie, a gangster sits there and watches Netflix. And I watch, what's that, Tubi? And I got the WWE network. But I got wrestling DVDs and stuff too, you know, beforehand. But I could kind of understand it, just the way I did it with the music and stuff. I was like, there's no sense in buying CDs, but or records or anything like that, because you got a fool with trying to find an old record player, or if you get new ones, they say they tear up your records and all kinds of stuff like that. So I just decided to stick with movies and got back into wrestling stuff, and there for a while went crazy overboard with new wrestling figures, plus old wrestling figures that I grew up with and everything. There's so much cool stuff that comes out, it's hard to keep up with it all. Same way with Blu-rays and DVDs and all that good stuff. I took a break on DVDs because there's not a whole lot of room right there for DVDs, but Blu-rays, and every once in a while I'll find a VHS. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say I'm not ever gonna buy a VHS again, because there's some of them out there that's just freaking cool. And I watch them from time to time, and I watch, DVDs, Blu-rays, everything else. But every once in a while you get that itch, and I've been getting a little itch lately, right on the dome. No, but I was texting old JT of the Dead. He's a YouTuber on here. He's a vinyl collector. He's been into movie collecting and stuff. And I said, you know what? Does it seem crazy that all of a sudden I just want to collect cassette tapes, metal cassette tapes, like metal music and soundtracks and stuff? Because I had a few of them before. And he was like, no, man, I've been thinking about the same thing and getting back into that and stuff. And thinking, that's what I grew up on. It's cassette tapes, just like VHS. And they take up a lot less room. They're small and everything. And sometimes at flea markets and stuff, you can find them cheap. So will I get back into that just the same way I thought about getting into horror comics before? At one time, I collected all types of different comics. But I choose not to do that again because I like too much. I like too many different types of cool stuff, man. That's what I say. The figure thing can get a little crazy too because I'm looking over here and I got Rambo stuff. I got Jurassic Park stuff, Scooby-Doo stuff, Mask stuff, Star Wars stuff, all that cool stuff. A lot of stuff, man. Wrestling figures, especially new and old. And then you got movies and stuff, and people think it's crazy you buy VHS or something nowadays, or even Blu-rays or DVDs, because some people just like to watch a movie once and be done with it. If it's good, I like to watch it, down the road again. I'll watch it again one night, or if the power goes out or whatever. And that's another thing I've been thinking about, getting rid of my cable, because if we're not streaming, we're watching movies on the DVD, Blu-ray, or whatever. We're not watching a whole lot of Dish Network no more. And plus, they don't have shit on anymore. So I'm thinking about getting rid of that, just do the streaming and watching movies. And save $75 a month. That's what we pay on that. I mean, if we're going to pay the internet and stuff and just use most of that, you know what I mean? I love watching shows and documentaries on people collecting stuff too. I think it's cool. It doesn't matter what it is. They don't have to collect movies or toys or anything like I collect. Like Rousey collects salt and pepper shakers, or I've seen people collect Coke stuff. I've seen people collect Christmas stuff. I just like them kind of shows showing people collect stuff. And I like watching shows like American Pickers, which people say, a lot of that's fake. But I like to check out flea markets and stuff, see what people's got. Gaming, that's another thing. I got a brother at work. He collects games. He just got into it. Man, he's been going crazy with old vintage systems and stuff. And I even thought about that. And I even got a video on here, a video game update, which I've already got rid of all that stuff. I did some trading and stuff. And then I'm thinking, I was never really that good at video games. And I would play it for a little while, and then it would just set probably. So maybe I shouldn't collect the old systems, which NES and Super Nintendo, stuff like that. That's what I like. Sega, back in the days, Atari and all that cool stuff. But then I'm thinking, I'm just Movie John, I can't get in all that crazy stuff. If I did, I would just get a few select things maybe every once in a while. Not going overboard like you do movies and stuff like that. And some people do that. Some people have a problem, and that's what they call hoarders. And my movie room's straight and neat, and I can't see it stacked up with an island and shit piled up everywhere. It just wouldn't be relaxing to me. You know what I mean? Get in here and relax and see the stuff and watch the movies and just, like that. But I like watching people collect stuff like that. That's pretty cool. So I get a kick out of him. He's getting, as I say, you get into something and you learn about it. You get a little bit of knowledge. You figure out what's worth some money, what's not worth some money, all the good stuff like that. So it's kind of, I like watching him talk about it, and I like talking about it a little bit, especially the older stuff. But no, I'm not getting into that. But I have thought about them old cassette tapes. Went to a place here recently at freaking Roanoke, Virginia. You ever been there? There's some antique places there. But there's a guy out there that had a lot of like metal cassette tapes, and I looked at them, and some of them, you know, there were some that was $10. But, you know, I don't know what my set price would be, because most of the time when I collect certain things, I have a set price for. I don't want to pay no more than that, and in case it's something very rare or something really cool that I never see and I want to get. But I like to go to flea markets and stuff like that, and antique places, and you can get deals in antique shops. They're not all expensive, so check them out, man. You find figures and salt and pepper shakers. Lord, Rousey found a lot of them lately. And you even find DVDs and Blu-rays sometimes. So, but collecting stuff to me I would be bored and boring if I didn't collect something. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You know, I pay my bills, and when it's left over, you know, buy a little food and I mean, go out and have fun at flea markets and stuff. Some people don't like it, and some people like to go hunting and fish and stuff. I don't give a shit about that stuff. So this is one thing that I like to do, to collect, and I do a pretty good job of it. But I got to do a good job of putting the stuff away and making a cool ass room. And sooner or later, Rousey's done took over the kitchen and some of the living room with her salt and pepper. I was getting salt and pepper shakers. Oh, that's funny. But anyway, yeah, she's done took over a lot of that, and she's really getting into it. But a lot of them I'll find too, and I'll be like, you got to get that one. That one's cool. And you got to get this one, and that one's cool. And some old, some new, just like the same things that I collect here with figurines and stuff. But who knows? You might see a music update here soon with cassette tapes. Scratch on my ankle. But the funny thing is, I do have a cassette player in the place we live. It's built in the wall in the kitchen, and there's speakers all out through the whole place. So you can turn it on the radio, or you can put a cassette tape in and listen. Which you ain't never tried the cassette tape. Hopefully it will work, but the radio works, and that's cool. So I was thinking, well, I can get something and play it in here, you know what I mean? Or but then where I put them on the shelf, don't know. But I'd find a place to do it. If you collect anything, it don't matter what you collect. You collect damn rugs or something, just let me know. Give me a comment at the bottom. Let me know what you collect, what inspired you to collect, what did you collect before and you quit collecting, or what do you think you want to collect, like me, talking about soundtracks and metal music, and even maybe dabble in a little bit of rap music. I looked on, that's what I grew up with anyway, but I looked on eBay, and eBay's high on everything anymore. It seems like everybody's into collecting something, and I collect movie posters. I mean, you know, I get a few of them every once in a while. I like a lot of shit. That's it for this video. Till next time.